Amnesty International says 200,000 people are at risk in Turkey's mainly Kurdish southeast region. The report says security operations against the PKK have placed civilians in the crossfire, and a curfew in Cizre, Silopi and Sur is cutting them off from their basic needs. Turkish security forces have been fighting against PKK terrorists for several months. Well, let's speak with Ravza Kavakci, a member of parliament for the AK Party, who joins us now. Thank you very much for your time. The Amnesty report then, it uses phrases such as collective punishment, and it says citizens are at risk. How do you respond to those accusations?
I think the language of the report doesn't reflect the truth, in the sense that it mentions that there is collective punishment. It resembles collective punishment. That has no basis at all, and I think it's just unfair. Plain unfair. It is true that there is a fight against terrorism, PKK terrorism in the area, and Kurdish and Turkish population, civilians in the area are suffering because of that. And unfortunately, many children, women, men, young and old, innocent civilians are being killed by the PKK. So this is a continuing fight against terrorism, and the government and the security forces are doing their best to make sure there is no more lives that will be lost.
You say they're doing their best. What is the government doing to protect civilians?
The security forces are in the area. I wanted to give you some numbers. Within the last 6 months, there has been 65 people who died from gunfire and rockets and bombs that were thrown by the PKK. There are 27 who are being under investigation. The reason of that currently being investigated. 77 policemen have lost their lives, and 34 security forces, and children. For instance, in Diyarbakir area, in Çınar area in Diyarbakir, 1-year-old Iram lost her life to under terrorist attack. So we can name more names, but what the security forces are doing is they're trying to clean the area from all the terrorists. That is why the curfews are being instated. Also, there has been 2,228 barricades and ditches were prepared by the terrorists. And within these ditches, there are barricades around them, and there's also booby traps with bombs and lots of explosives. So they're trying to clean the area from all these booby traps and ditches. That is the reason the government is instating the curfew, which is lifted at times to make sure that the citizens are able to get their food and whatever their daily needs are for that day. But the reason for the curfew is to make sure that no civilian lives are lost. Okay,
time is against us. There's one other thing I want to quickly ask you, if that's okay. I mean, what's your response to those who criticise the security operation, such as the academics who have recently called for a return to negotiations? Do you think the government's response there has been in proportion?
I do not think so. There's no proportionate use of force. The academics, their statement argued that the government was doing mass killings. That has no basis. The only people that the security forces are fighting against are the terrorists, and Turkey has been dealing with Daesh terrorism and PKK terrorism for a long time, and everybody is doing their best, so not even single civilian life will be lost.
Okay, Ravza Kavakci, thank you very much for your time.